Hello, my name is Nikita Sud. I am the Vicegerent of Wolfson for the academic years 2021 and 21-22. What or who is a Vicegerent? It's a question I asked myself when I was asked to take on this role. Oxford loves its sort of exalted titles and Latin, of course. So, Vicegerent is a deputy to the head and even to God, which is an interesting idea for an atheist or agnostic. But basically, the vicegerent is part of the college's senior management team. This team has 4 people: the president, the senior tutor, the bursar, and the vicegerent. And unlike the other 3 who are professionals and are recruited solely to work at the college, the vicegerent is an academic and takes on this role for 2 years while having their university teaching and other responsibilities. And then after 2 years, they go back to playing their main academic role. At Wolfson, the vicegerent has mainly 3 functions. The most important and also the least needed, thankfully, is to depute for the president, were they to be traveling or be incapacitated. That doesn't really happen and may stay that way. So while I'm tantalizingly close to power, I hope never to have to actually replace our wonderful president. The second role that I play is a very important role, which is that I am the representative of the governing body and the wider academic community of students, fellows, and other academics at Wolfson on the college's management structure. I sit on all the committees and act as a check and balance, especially on the professional side of how colleges run. And importantly, I'm also a two-way conduit. So I take concerns of the academic body to the management structures of the college, but I also carry back the work of the college management structures back to the larger academic community of the college. So it's a two-way role. And third, the more serious part of what I do and what many of my counterparts who are college deans do is I'm in charge of the disciplinary functioning of the college. Wolfson College, like many other colleges, has a disciplinary code. You will find this as part of our regulations, which are online. As students, you are required to know these regulations and the disciplinary code when you come in. Hopefully, you have no reason to go back to that code and the fine print within it. However, there are cases where there is a breach of that code or one student might make a complaint against another regarding, say, bullying, harassment. This is formally brought to the vicegerent, who is then bound to investigate and has 2 kinds of paths to follow. Either they uphold what has been said and they levy all kinds of penalties, and you will find details in our regulations, or of course they dismiss the charge if there is nothing to uphold. I hope none of you have the opportunity to come before me in that capacity. I hope to see you around Wolfson, but definitely not in order to discipline you. We are a friendly and very mature community, and we are here mainly to learn and live together as a collegiate community and not to discipline and punish. But on that topic, this is a very different year in that we are facing COVID. And since our first lockdown in March, we have treated COVID and breaches of the regulations related to COVID very seriously, and as part of our disciplinary violations, if that code is not upheld, you have all been sent multiple rounds of information about the do's and don'ts regarding COVID, Please read them, please take them seriously, and there will be no reason for me to investigate if there have been any breaches regarding that. Here it is very important to remember that ignorance of the law is no reason for us not to pursue and prosecute you if you go beyond the sort of boundaries that are set. So please, even though you may be a post-email generation, as my students tell me, and you're more into WhatsApp and Instagram or whatever else, we communicate with you via email and old-fashioned paper. Please take the communication we send to you regarding COVID-19 and general discipline within the college seriously, and we will all have a healthy and productive time here at Wolfson. I wish you very well in your time here and look forward to seeing you at Wolfson in the months and years to come.